it's Catherine from New England Surrogacy. Welcome to today's Ask Catherine. And today's question is, so I'd like to become a surrogate, but I have a history of infertility myself and I had to undergo fertility treatments to have my own children. Will this disqualify me? So the answer is it really depends. This is something that we have to look at on a case-by-case basis because there are a lot of things that have to do with your own infertility that have nothing to do with surrogacy. So, for example, the most obvious one is if your husband has a sperm problem. That's not going to make a difference as far as gestational surrogacy goes because we're not using his sperm. Same for your eggs. If you've got a problem with your eggs, they're not good or you're not ovulating, that kind of thing, it's not an issue because we're not using your eggs. So what about a tubal problem, if you have a problem with your tubes? The IVF process, what we use for gestational surrogacy, the in vitro fertilization, has a way of getting around that so that your tubes don't make a difference in the process. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, though, is that your tubes may potentially interfere with the IVF process, and so that may need to be addressed as part of your workup. But the fact that your tubes are not working doesn't impact your ability to do IVF and to become a gestational surrogate. So some other issues that potentially could, if you have problems with your uterus, if you have like polyps, fibroids, other problems with your uterine lining, those are things that really need to be addressed on a case-by-case basis by the doctors to figure out if that is something that's going to impact the surrogate pregnancy or not. If you've got something hormonal going on, for example low progesterone, and you had to take progesterone injections during your own pregnancies, again, not a problem for IVF because you're going to be taking those progesterone injections anyway.